QRP. Anybody, anywhere. KJ5, GVQ. Well, let me get some power turned down.
Like, okay, DQ ain't working because I like literally not getting anyone. So I'm just like, I just need to get someone. So I'm just like, oh, maybe I should do this. So I was just going hunting down, and I was like, oh, here's raw ham. So I'm just like, I'll go get him. And you're coming amazing with your 10 whiskey, 59 here in the Pensacola, Florida QSL.
Hey, appreciate it. You're 5'9" as well. You're about 10 over.
Take a look ahead at what the SPC
I don't know if I'm trying to get the live
tomorrow,
stream up, but I
Thursday.
can't tell if it's working right now. It's giving me
came out a
fits.
few hours ago, giving us the first official look at the severe potential. The SPC has issued a level 1 out of 5, a marginal risk, for a pretty long stretch of the central U.S. This risk area extends from central Iowa, down through western Missouri, eastern Kansas, a large part of Oklahoma, and just clips the southeast Texas panhandle.
Alright, so automatically you come on my For You page, and it looks like you're connected to the stream. It's saying the raw hand calling CQ with 10 watts on 14.293. Looks like you're streaming there, QSL.
All right, roger that. Yeah, it hadn't hit my other account yet, and I didn't know. That's the only way I can really verify it. There for a little bit, it didn't look like any of the audio was working either, so wasn't for sure.
Roger, roger.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you coming to the call. Glad to get you in a log on another frequency. And, oh, you know what? I didn't even log you. Let me log you. What's that call again? I know that's a new call. What'd you just get your extra? I thought I heard you telling somebody.
Yeah, I got my extra back in June, exactly 3 months ago. The call here is Alpha, Echo, 4, India, Tango, QSL.
QSL. All right, bud. That's amazing. Congratulations on your extra. I didn't realize that you had got it, so that's a good deal. I'm hoping to get mine soon. They had a class going to start Monday, but they hadn't got enough people to sign up, so I don't know if it's going to happen, but we'll see.
Roger. Hope you have a great rest of your night. And I'm going to off my stream here. And this is Alpha Echo 4, India Kingdom. Clear and take care, Rob.
Roger that, bud. 7-3, Otis. You have a great evening, and we'll catch you down the band another time. This is Kilo Juliet 5, Golf, Victor, Quebec, the Raw Ham, and Chandler, Oklahoma, calling CQ20 with 10 whiskeys and standing by. CQ, Kilo Juliet 5, Golf, Victor, Quebec, calling CQ20 with 10 whiskeys and standing by. CQ, Kilo Juliet 5, Golf, Victor, Quebec, the Raw Ham, calling CQ and standing by. CQ20, Kilo Juliet 5, Golf, Victor, Quebec, the Raw Ham, calling CQ and standing by. Guessing this 10 whiskeys ain't gonna get it done. CQ, Kilo Juliet 5, Golf, Victor, Quebec, calling CQ20 with 10 whiskeys and standing by, waiting on your call.
Quebec 4 Golf, Yankee Kilo.
Kilo, Quebec 4 Golf, something Kilo.
Golf, Yankee Kilo.
Oh, hang on a second there, bud. I got my logger all mixed up. Kilo, Quebec 4 Golf, Yankee Kilo. QSL?
Roger, roger.
Yeah, it didn't populate a name. Shows you're in Georgia. Got a good signal on you tonight. 5-9 here in Oklahoma. Over.
Roger, roger. This is Tony Tango, Oscar, November, Yankee. I'm in Elberton, Georgia. Golf Alpha.
Well, make sure I got it right. I got Kilo, Quebec 4 Golf, Yankee Kilo, right?
Roger, roger.
Yeah, I don't know why this thing ain't populating, but like I say, you got a good signal, 5-9. How copy me off my 10 whiskeys, over?
I have about 5-8 on you. Good clear signal. It's not quite as well, but it's good.
Hey, Roger, I appreciate that 5-8. I got you streaming live on YouTube, so you can check out the channel and you'll hear how you sound out here on my rig. Roger?
Roger.
Well, all right, bud. Well, I appreciate you coming to the call, and hope you have a great rest of your evening. And I'm going to see if I can't round up a few more. 7-3, my friend.
Where are you located in Oklahoma?
Oh, I'm in Chandler, Oklahoma, about an hour east of Oklahoma City, and about 30 minutes north of Shawnee, America. Over.
Roger, roger. I got 10 folks there in Big and Mount.
Oh, gotcha. I'm originally a transplant. I'm from South Alabama, Lower Alabama, L.A., Roger. From Dauphin Island, just south of Mobile. Over.
Roger, roger. Good hunting. Give this a KT4 GYK, Kilo Quebec 4 Golf, Yankee Kilo Tony, and Elberton, Georgia. Greenwich, capital of the world.
There you go, Tony. All right, bud, you have a good one, and we hope to work you down the band another time. This is KJ5GVQ to Raw Ham calling CQ20 with 10 whiskeys and standing by waiting on your call. CQ20 Kilo Juliet 5 Golf Victor Quebec to Raw Ham calling CQ and standing by. Had a bunch of noise coming there with you. Was that KJ7? Man, it's like you got a bunch of wind noise in there. I'm having a tough time figuring it out. KJ7 KFU? Alright, I think I got it now. Kilo 7 Juliet Oscar uniform. You got a big signal, but it's like got a bunch of background noise in there with you, Roger.
Yeah, okay, I think solar panel is
Yeah, I got you there. Good 5-9. Man, that's a good looking beam you got up on top of that tower. One day I'm hoping to get one of them. I'm running 10 watts on a FT710, over. You there. Well, yeah, making a trip, no problem. Got some people just north of us bleeding over, but you drowned them out. Just like I say, you got that noise. I see we've worked before. I don't know, back on 20 meters back around January, I think it was. Yeah. So that's a good deal. Get you back in the log again. Streaming you live on YouTube, so you can hear what I'm hearing and. If you want to see if you can figure out what that racket is, over. Yeah, I got you there, getting ready to go camping, running that solar panel. Well, all right, bud. Well, thanks for coming to the call. Good to get Utah in there tonight, and we hope we catch you again.
Whereabouts are you at anyway?
I'm in Chandler, Oklahoma. All right, I didn't quite get you there then, but yeah, Oklahoma, over.
I got Oklahoma. I'll have to let you go there. Have a good evening.
Yeah, you have a good one yourself there. 7-3, my friend. KJ5GVQ, call QRZ. CQ, CQ, CQ20, CQ20, Kilo Juliet 5, Golf Victor Quebec, calling CQ on 20 with 10 whiskeys and standing by. CQ, CQ, CQ20, Kilo Juliet 5, Golf Victor Quebec, calling CQ with 10 watts in Oklahoma and standing by. CQ, 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 KJ5GVQ, the Raw Ham streaming live on YouTube, calling CQ, 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 anybody, anywhere. We'd love to get you in a log. CQ, 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 and standing by. CQ, 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 CQ20, Kilo Juliet 5, Golf Victor Quebec, calling CQ, CQ, and standing by. CQ, 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 KJ5GVQ, calling CQ, CQ, and standing by. CQ, 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 QRP, CQ, QRP, KJ5GVQ, calling CQ, QRP, and standing by. CQ, 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 Kilo Juliet 5, Golf Victor Quebec, calling CQ, 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 QRP, and standing by. Now I'm going to try to slide down a few and get away from this racket. Is the frequency in use, the frequency in use, KJ5GVQ. Alright, nothing heard. Kilo Juliet 5, Golf Victor Quebec, calling CQ, 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 QRP, and standing by. CQ, 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 Kilo Juliet 5, Golf Victor Quebec, calling CQ, CQ, and standing by. CQ, 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 Kilo Juliet 5, Golf Victor Quebec, the Raw Ham, calling CQ, 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 and standing by. CQ, 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 QRP, CQ, QRP, KJ5GVQ, 10 whiskeys out of Oklahoma, calling CQ, CQ on 20 and standing by. CQ, 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 CQ20, Kilo Juliet 5, Golf Victor, Quebec, calling CQ and listening. Last call QRP, I'm going to go up with power. CQ, 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 CQ20 and standing by. CQ, 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 KJ5, GBQ, calling CQ, 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 and standing by. Kilo, Juliet 5, Golf Victor, Quebec, calling CQ, 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 and standing by. CQ, CQ, CQ20, CQ20. Kilo, Juliet 5, Golf Victor, Quebec, calling CQ, CQ, CQ20, and waiting on your call.
Well, if you're waiting on my call, you might be a while, but yeah, we'll throw it out there. Kilo Bravo 7, Bravo Golf Sierra.
Alright, I messed it up. Kilo Bravo 7.
Yeah, Boston, Germany, Santiago. Big game shooter, Bravo Golf Sierra. Name here is Steve, Sierra Tango Echo Victor Echo. And we're located at Bryce Canyon National Park in the state of Utah there, over.
Hey, roger that. You working portable or you working from that station you got posted up on QRZ? Looks like a nice little rig.
Yeah, I'm portable right now out in the RV, over.
Gotcha there. Well, I got a good 5.9 copy on you here in Chandler, Oklahoma, streaming you live on YouTube, roger.
Hey, copy that. Well, doing a good job yourself, 5 and 9. Not running much here, just old Swan 500 and Hustler 4BBT vertical on the side of the RV, over.
Well, it's doing you a fine job. I'm sitting here with the FT710 barefoot with a fan dipole, homebrew fan dipole with the apex at about 50 feet. Roger?
Oh, copy that. Well, it's doing the job, man, that's for certain. Bands have been pretty good, though. I was down on 10 a little earlier, and I don't know, about 15, 20 contacts into Australia and a few into New Zealand. So yeah, down south was coming in pretty good. I imagine JAs won't be far behind them there, over.
Yeah, you're probably right there. Well, I was trying to run some QRP tonight, but wasn't having any luck, and so I figured I'd just bump her on up some and try to make a few contacts. Over.
Oh yeah, copy that. Well, you enjoy it. Ben's not too bad, and QSB's not too bad. That's my dog. QSB's not too bad either. All right, Roscoe, you have a good evening there, and we'll say 73's Kilo Bravo 7, Bravo Golf Sierra.
Roger, roger, Stephen. Appreciate you coming to the call. And yeah, I'm with you on the QSB, but there's a little QSD. Hi, hi. You have a great one. 7-3, my friend. Alright, this is KJ5 GBQ calling CQ, CQ, CQ20 and standing by.
Kilo Foxtrot 0, Uniform India, November.
There was a Kilo Foxtrot 0 uniform and then I didn't get the rest.
Kilo Foxtrot 0, Uniform India, November.
India, November. Got you in there now. Somebody come in there with you, Robert. How you doing? It seems look like the first time I've got you in the log, my friend. And you coming back next time, I'll give you a signal report. Over.
You're coming in 5 and 9 up here in North Dakota. Over.
Yeah, Roger. 5-9 North Dakota. It's kind of up and down. I had you at 5-9 earlier, but it just not swinging it there now. Over.
What was your call sign again? Over.
It's Kilo Juliet 5, Golf Victor, Quebec.
Roger that. Over.
All right, my friend. Well, appreciate you coming to the call, streaming you live on YouTube, and if you got a good email in QRZ, I'll get a card out to you pretty soon. You have a great evening, and thanks again. 7-3.
Have a great night. 7-3 over.
QRZ. Kilo Juliet 5, Golf Victor Quebec, calling CQ20 and standing by.
This is Charlie Echo 2, November, Foxtrot Tango. This is Charlie Echo number 2, November, Foxtrot Tango.
Alright, Victor Charlie number 2, November, Foxtrot November, QSL?
No negative. This is Charlie Echo 2, November, Foxtrot Tango.
I believe I got it. Victor Charlie, Echo 2, November, Foxtrot Tango, QSL?
No negative. This is Charlie Echo 2, November, Foxtrot Tango. South America,
Victor Charlie, Echo 2, November, Foxtrot Tango.
No negative. This is Charlie Echo 2, November, Foxtrot Tango.
So it's not Victor Charlie?
No negative. It's Charlie Echo 2.
QSL, man, appreciate your patience. I sure thought you were saying Victor Charlie there. Alright, Aldo, I guess I'm saying your name right. Man, I got a good copy on you. I just was struggling with that first letter there, over.
Okay, Ranger QSL. I'm working to you on the field rate. Okay, anyway, your signal report down here is CTA. CTA, very strong signal, very good. But maybe the propagation to the open is not good at this time, okay? My name is Aldo, Alpha Lima Delta Oscar. Watching you, Kilo Unit 5, go on, with your Quebec. Charlie Echo 2, November from September.
QSL, yeah, I've got that picture of you up in Las Vegas there. Looked like you was having a good time on your QRZ page. And I copied the 5.8, and there in the peaks, I'm going to give you 5.9. Sounding real good, audio's good. I'm streaming this live on YouTube. And if you can check out the channel, this will be the first DX for the night, over.
Okay. Maybe 1 hour and a half before, I just placed contact on 20 meters with Iceland. Very nice contact. Maybe the most longest DX made by myself. No, I'm trying to very nice. It's pretty good. Okay, back to you.
Hey, Roger, getting Iceland, that's amazing. The other night I was playing FT8 and I wound up getting Antarctica for the first time. Got lucky on that one, I guess, but band conditions were good and just happened to catch them, over.
Okay. Oh, thank you very much for the contest. What's good to you over here down South America in Chile. So we got tomorrow, the natural day. So even this weekend we'll be able to South America Chile.
I kind of lost you there on the end, but definitely appreciate getting you in the log for the first time. And hopefully we can do it again another time. It was good meeting you. And 7-3, my friend.
Okay, thank you very much for the contest. Very nice. So you a little time. It's 9 o'clock with 20 minutes p.m. 9 minutes p.m. Okay, thank you. Back to you. Kilo Juliet 5. One of the this is Charlie Echo 2. You have that for 2 times. Back to you.
Roger, yeah, I've got you in there, and I'll get you pushed to QRZ, Logbook of the World, and WRL, and World and Club Log. So you have a great evening, and thanks again, 7-3, my friend.
Okay,
I didn't understand what you were saying. Come again?
So, the magazine, the cool magazine, the Ham Radio magazine, the North America, from the United States. If you're looking working, not to talk anymore,
Are you talking about the QST magazine?
the Q, sorry Quebec, the Q magazine.
Yeah, I'm not following what you're asking. I'm not understanding.
Okay, don't worry, everything. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I feel so that we will do to you next month, okay? Next month, I deliver my filter from every 30 years. Okay, thank you very much. Good night.
Roger. You have a great one, bud. 7-3. This is KJ5 GVQ calling CQ20 and standing by.
Kilo Mike 4, Romeo Kilo Hotel.
Was that Kilo Mike 4?
Kilo Mike 4, Romeo Kilo Hotel.
My typing is just all messed up. Kilo Mike 4, I put Kilo Hotel. Kilo Mike 4, Romeo Kilo Hotel. QSL?
Yes, QSL. Still North Carolina. I didn't get your call.
Hey, roger that, Bill. I got you pulled up there in North Carolina. And I've got you about a 5-6 there at best, 5-6. And my call is Kilo Juliet 5, Golf Victor Quebec.
147.135. Repeat. L79.7K5EOK.
Kilo Juliet 5, Golf Victor Quebec, Germany, Victoria, Queen.
Got it, QSL. Very nice. You're here about a 5-7 here, 5-7. For good audio.
Hey, Roger 5-7. I appreciate that. Band's just kind of up and down. And I got it streaming live on YouTube. It looks like this is our first contact, so it's great to meet you on 20 meters.
Fantastic. Great to meet you as well. How do you do the streaming live?
Oh man, I just got it tied to my computer, and let's see, I'm at the 27-minute mark for the night stream. So if you look it up under my call sign, you'll find it, and you can roll to it. And you'll hear how you sound it on my end. Over.
Very cool. I looked that up. I haven't done that before. Very fun.
Yeah, roger that. I enjoy doing it, like if I'm doing POTA, or pretty much every Wednesday I do it, and sometimes more than that. But we just see how it goes. But definitely appreciate you coming to the call, man. And if you've got a good email in QRZ, I'll get you a card out. Over.
Yeah, that'd be great. That email in there.
All right, you faded there on that last transmission. So I'll give you a chance to come back, but I'll go ahead and say 7-3, my friend, and good to get you in the log.
73. The longest one. Kilo 4, Tango, Foxtrot.
All right, bud. Well, hopefully we catch you down the log another time. There was a Kilo 4 station that come in on top of you. Stand by a second. And like I say, yeah, hopefully we catch you down the log here another time. QSL?
We're going to talk to you and run out there tonight and look forward to it. 73.
7-3. All right, Kilo 4. Come again?
Roger. Kilo 4, Tango, Foxtrot in South Florida. Back to you.
Yeah, I got you there, Ron, in Florida. Big, strong signal. I wasn't looking, but just the ear says 5-9. Over.
Roger, you got a 5x5 here in Delray Beach, Florida, with a nice clear audio. Back to you.
I copy 5-5. Yeah, appreciate that. I'm running the FT710 on a homebrew fan dipole with the apex up at about 50 feet, and the elements are pulled in different directions. Over.
Roger, well, you're doing very well with that. I'm running a amazing FT0101LT
Yeah, I think you said a 101D and some type of vertical. You faded there on me. Man, you went down in the weeds, but it's band conditions just up and down. Over.
Roger, yeah, I've noticed the band conditions fluctuating here. No, it's a 101 MT. Mike Papa running a kilowatt to a Southstar amplifier and a ground-mounted vertical. Back to you.
Oh, got you there. Kilowatt with a ground-mounted vertical. Yeah, you come back up strong as ever. Probably about 10 over that time. Yeah, I'm just, like I say, running this homebrew barefoot. So, yeah, man, it's good to meet you. Looks like first time I got you in the log. Over.
Roger,
Yeah, the call is Kilo Juliet 5, Golf, Victor, Quebec, Germany, Victoria, Queen. Over.
Kilo Juliet 5, Golf, Victor, Quebec.
Roger, roger.
Appreciate that. Thank you. You've come up to 5x5, by the way. But you won't get very clear, despite the band fluctuating back and forth.
Oh, appreciate that. Yeah, I've got in there and played with the parametrics. I'm just running the stock hand mic on this radio. And I don't know if you if you heard me telling the other gentleman, I'm streaming us live on YouTube. So if you check out the channel, we're at the 31-minute mark now. And you'll get to hear your audio on my end, Roger.
I'm sure there are other people that would like to contact you, so I'll put my things to you. Have a great evening, and hope to catch you again.
Sounds good, my friend. Thanks so much for coming to the call. You have a great evening. 7-3. This is KJ5 GVQ calling CQ20 and standing by.
November 5, November Papa Delta.
Mercy sakes, wasn't no missing that one. November 5, November Papa Delta. Big boom and probably 20 over. Roger?
Well, Roger, I had a frog in my throat right there as I was trying to talk, so I had to clear that out there. And I still got there. So anyhow, good evening to you there. I think I got pointed in the right direction, so you're sounding good here. I have you at 59+.
Hey, Roger that. Roger, I was trying to work some QRP when I put the live stream up, but I just wasn't getting no answers, and I guess I got a little lazy, so I bumped up to 100 watts on this FT710. But man, you've got some terrific audio. Now, I see we've worked before. Looks like last month, towards the end of last month. I don't know if I caught you on one of the live streams or what. Over.
Maybe so. Sounds familiar. Yeah, this is a different antenna now. That was a 130-foot infed I was probably talking to you on, or if I was up in the mountains. Yeah, it was another version of the same thing, but this is a hex beam now. I just got this put up on Sunday, so it's pointing towards the southwestish part of the United States right now.
Got you there, man. You're making me jelly with that hex beam. I'm wanting to get one day. I've got another. I've got about 80 foot of tower laying on the ground. I got this 25 up with about 25 of mass sticking out of it. But one day I'll get the other one up, and I'm hoping to put a hex beam at the top of it. Over.
Well, Roger. So far it sounds like it's working pretty good. I splurged and got one of those BHQ versions and put a 2 meter, 70 centimeter vertical on top of it there. You have a mount for that, so I got that up there and put the tower up too. I did it all in one shot on Sunday, and it beat me up pretty good. I don't ever want to do that again. Over.
Yeah, that's a heck of a day's work right there. Mercy sakes. Yeah, I think I would have tried to spread that over a few weekends. But hey, you getting to reap it now. You're enjoying it. Over.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, it seems to be working pretty good. 20 meters and working good for me, and that's all I've really been playing with. 10 was doing pretty good the other day, like Monday or something like that. So anyhow, as the weather starts getting a little bit better for us here in the winter time, maybe it'll work out a little bit better for me here and get some of those DX stations. I haven't heard any of those quite yet. There was a POTA that I could hear earlier down the Honduras, but I never did make contact. I had to go do something over.
Yeah, I can understand that. That's no fun. You lay there waiting and then finally have to give up. But Yeah, that's no fun, but totally get it. I've got a stacked 2-meter Yagi that I'm wanting to put up, and I'm thinking on the hex beam on above it, and I'm gonna keep the other small tower. I may add another 10-foot to it. I don't know. I've got so many ideas, man. I just don't know what direction to go. Roger.
Yeah, roger that. Yeah, man. I tried to isolate everything into one corner of the house. I had antennas on every peak of the roof and everything like that, and the neighbors were always kind of looking at me funny. So I got the tower up and all that. And there's another tower that has a horizontal 2-meter, 70-centimeter, and a GMRS antenna on it. So I think I'm done with antennas, Art.
Man, I don't know. A man cannot have too many radios nor antennas. And speaking of having them all over the house, I've got the same thing, including Meshtastic, and even on the wife really loves this. Even on the banister for our second floor, where it comes out into the living room, I've got, I think, 3 or 4 antennas hanging on it indoor.
Oh, wow. I don't think I could get away with that one.
Yeah, roger that. They're all homebrews. I've got a ground plane. I've got a couple of J-poles. And something else up there. I don't even remember. Oh, it's 3, yes. A total of 3. 2 J-poles and a ground plane, Roger.
Yeah, I get the side eye for the ones outside enough. I don't think I'd dare put one inside the house.
Yeah, roger that. Well, hey, tell her, it's a trending thing, and you're gonna try it out.
Yeah, there you go. I still don't think it's fly. There you go. I'll let you pick up some others here. Have yourself a great evening, and we'll catch you next time around.
Sounds good, bud. You have a great one too. 7-3 from KJ5 GVQ. We'll call CQ. Anybody, anywhere.
I get the YL, Echo 5, Echo Ohio.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. There was one that come in first, and he said over at the end. That wasn't you, but I'll take you. Come back with that again. I didn't quite make you out. Slow it down for me. Alright, I got Victor Echo 2, Golf Yankee. I'm gonna pick you up here in a minute. I heard you down there in the noise. Victor Echo 2, was that India? Yankee India. Okay, I got you in there that time. Hey, man, you got great audio. Man, that looks amazing up on top of that tower you got there. One day I'm hoping to have something like that.
That's okay, very good. Well, thank you very much for coming back to me. I'm using for the first time my hearing is light, and I just got this microphone hooked up to it because I have no microphone, and I'm using like a $10 microphone just to make sure that the audio is okay or not crazy. I'm running about 140 watts here, driving a Mercury 3 5 watts.
QSL, Claude, well, you're sounding good. The band condition is just up and down, but hey, if you want to really know what that thing sounds like, check me out on YouTube. I'm streaming you live right now. We're at the 38-minute mark, and you'll hear exactly what I'm hearing.
Okay, that sounds cool.
It's under my call sign, KJ5 GVQ to Raw Ham, over.
Okay, very good. I'll do that. Thank you so much. I'll let you go. I'm going to lose my voice here. Number of cardiac issues and so on. For whatever reason, I'm losing my voice. So thank you for coming back, and hopefully you have a great evening. I'll look it up on YouTube soon.
All right, bud. Yeah, hey, I appreciate you calling in. I don't think I give you a signal report of 5.9. And I just want to make sure whatever you give me, we're on the same page there, Roger.
That's pretty much it. 5.9 plus 5. I get it back on this meter. So it looks like it's pretty accurate. I have an SDBX that I normally use right next to me here. I've used this and just turn these lights for the first time. So I'm really happy that you're copying me.
Yeah, roger that. Well, like I say, check it out, man, and I'm gonna be here for a little while longer. So if you need to come back and make some changes, it's all up to you. But I'll be here. Thanks again, Claude. 73, my friend.
Okay, 7-3. I'll be back. 7-3.
All right, there was a Golf Yankee station I asked to stand by. Something ending in Golf Yankee. All right, I think I got it. You kind of down in the noise of 5-4. Victor Alpha 5 Sierra Golf Yankee. QSL?
Victor Alpha 7 Sierra Golf Yankee. Victor Alpha 7 Sierra Golf Yankee.
Alright, you faded in the noise, but I got your call, and I remember you saying 7. I must have fat-fingered it and give a 5, Bruce. And you said something about being the first something, and then you went down in my noise. Over?
Going to listen to the audio and figure out how to address it in the radio setting.
Alright, I think you said you was a CW operator, and you saying this is your first sideband contact?
Roger.
Oh, hey man, well that's awesome. I hope you got a good email in QRZ. I'll shoot you a card, and that's awesome. What rig are you running? Gotcha. I was thinking that was kind of hard to believe, but okay. Either way, man, it's the first time I've got you in the log, and I'm proud for that, Roger.
For sure, it's our first contact together, that's for sure.
Well, what rig is that you're running? I copied DX10. All right, my friend. Well, hey, I've got friends that has that radio, and man, they generally have some superb audio. I'm running a 710, and the only thing I can tell you is just get on YouTube and check around some of the parametric settings and play with it to your liking. I wish we had a better copy on you, because I'm streaming you on YouTube, and you'd know what you was sounding like. Over. Victor Alpha 7 Sierra Golf Yankee, are you still with me? Man, I'm getting about every other word, but check me out on YouTube, and I'll be around for a little while if you want to come back, and we can try again. Over. Alright, I think you said I was 5'5". I'm not for sure, but that's what I'm going to put in the log. I sent you 5'4", and I received 5'5". You have a great evening, bud, and hope to catch you another time. From KJ5GVQ. 7-3.
7-3.
Alright, I heard a portable station. There was a portable station. I don't know if you're still with me, but if so, I'd love to get you in the log. KJ5GVQ. Come on in, portable. Alright, I knew that was a shot in the dark. KJ5GVQ calling CQ20 and standing by.
Kilo 2,
hot rocket bike.
Kilo 2, hot rocks, what?
Hot rocket bike. It's Bob in New Jersey with the rocket bike. How you doing, Richie?
All right, man. I was thinking you said bike, and then I'm trying to put it together, and man, you about blowed me out of my chair. I don't know how much power you were running, and there's the rocket bike.
Yeah, roger that. I'm glad I got through. I wasn't so sure. It's a little bit faddy. We're kind of stacked up on the band here. We got people right next to us, but I thought you came up on my YouTube, so I thought I would say hello, Richie.
Hey, man, well, I definitely appreciate it. Well, booming 5-9 signal, man. Yeah, and I'm glad you stopped by again. It's been a minute since we talked. Over.
Yeah, roger that. You're coming in good. You're 5'9" here all the way, nice and loud. Audio sounds good. Yeah, you were doing the Route 66, so we couldn't talk, roger?
Yeah, that's right. That's what I was thinking. I only seen you in the log, and I was like, one time, and I'm like, man, I know I talked to him another time. But that's right, I was doing that Route 66. Man, I'm gonna tell you what, that was a blast. And I want to say you come in at night once, and I did it several times. I wish I would have live streamed it. I had an absolute blast. Well, even if it was just playing FT8. Over.
Yeah, I didn't get on to FT8. I think I had 14 contacts. It's all done though, huh?
Yeah, they wrapped up Sunday. I think I ended up with somewhere right around 440 contacts. And yeah, I honestly, you said that about FT8. I did not think I would take to it. And but when the conditions are bad, and it wound up, there was people signed up before me, and so I really only had the option of getting on FT8 or going to a different band or something. So I just opted for the FT8. Roger.
Yeah, right. I ran it for a while. It's not too bad. It's fun to it's a challenge of getting it working, and once you get it working, you get to make some contacts. So, yeah, it's not a bad mode.
Yeah, definitely easy DX, man. The other night I got Antarctica for the first time, and that's been a tough try for me, but I finally got it. Over.
Well, congratulations. That's the one at the South Pole, right?
Yeah, Roger. And it was an Indian research station that was down there. I don't remember the call, but yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I think I have one Antarctica contact, but under my old call sign.
Gotcha. Well, Bud, I don't want to cut us short, because like I said, we didn't get to talk the last time, but I know there's several of them in there that was trying to get in, and I don't want to leave them waiting there, Roger.
Hey, roger that, Richie. You have yourself some fun there. That's what it's all about, and it's good to hear you out there and good to talk to you. Kilo 2 Hotel Radio Bravo with KJ5 GVQ 73 is Richie. Good to talk to you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, Bud, 73 with the rocket. I don't remember how you said it now. The Hotel Rocket Bike. Yeah. Either way, man, that's awesome. 73, Bud. Until next time, from KJ5 GVQ. Hot Rocket Bike. That's right. All right. I'm going to have to remember. I'm going to have to work on that. 73, my friend. QRZ, KJ5 GVQ.
November 7, Bravo Echo Romeo.
November 7, Bravo Echo Romeo, 5'9", 59 here, Vladimir. I know we've talked before. I remember your picture there, Roger.
Roger. You are 5'9", also very good signal on my radio, actually. So how have you been doing?
I've been doing good. Got to work that Route 66 special event station. I set up, Route 66 comes right through our town. And Oklahoma City had a call sign, or I used their call sign for a few days. And I mean, I had an antenna within 10 foot of the edge of Route 66 and had an absolute blast. Roger?
Roger. Very nice. Are you running some power or just 100 watts?
I'm just running 100 watts. Actually, when I posted the stream, I was going to try to do QRP, but things was just going too slow. I couldn't get nobody. Over.
Roger, yeah. I tried to do it yesterday, and the band was kind of up and down all the time, so it really was hard communication because you have to repeat several times to get the full sentence. But anyway, today maybe it's the same or maybe a little bit better. I'm not sure. I just came to my radio. We'll see if I can just try to do a CQ stuff like that. And back to you, Rich.
Yeah, I hadn't got on since, I don't even think I really did much. I did some FT8, I think, Sunday. But yeah, I hadn't been on since then. And looking at the VOA cap on the ham clock, 20 meters is definitely getting better from when I started 45 minutes ago. Over.
Yeah, that's how it usually does. When you started about 4 o'clock and then By the time it was 7, 8, it's become kind of more stable. But anyway, it's all good, Rich, and nice talking to you again. I'm not gonna hold you, so you can just get people probably pile up on your side. But anyway, 73 to Rich, nice talking to you again. And actually watching the live on YouTube is pretty cool actually. And the last time when I watched, I actually show my wife that actually I am talking on the radio on other side somewhere. Back to you, Rich, and probably on your final.
All right, buddy. Yeah, hey man, your audio is amazing tonight. And I get you. Yeah, you're actually talking to somebody on the other end of the radio. That's funny, bud. That is funny. Hi. All right, man. Well, hey, thanks for coming in there. And great chatting with you, and we'll have to do it again sometime. 7-3, my friend.
Bless you, man.
You too, bud. You and your family. QRZ. Oh, man, you're kind of down in the noise. Try that one more time.
I just pulled you up on YouTube here, and I'll see if I can hear myself. Go ahead.
Yeah, I got you there, the VE2YI. I got you. Okay, yeah. Well, go ahead and give me a good string of audio, and then you'll get to listen to it. Over.
Yeah, okay.
Man, you kind of faded there in the end. To me, it sounds a lot of bassy. I mean, I like to have it throaty like that, but I don't know. That's up to you. But there again, band conditions is keeping it where I can't hear you all that great. So I don't know if we got the best night to do this. Over. Yeah, bud, I pretty much do this every Wednesday around this time. So, man, check me out, and or if you ever see it pop up on your feed that I'm live, jump in there, man. And I'd love to help you out with it. I just wish the band conditions would play a little nicer for us tonight. But good luck, and I see KO4 GSM in the comments there. He's got no radio available. Hey, bud, you have a good one, and I got several Canada stations in there tonight. Appreciate you coming in there, Claude. 73, bud. Alright, this is KJ5 GVQ calling CQ20, and standing by.
Kilo November 4, Whiskey Oscar Juliet.
Kilo November 4, Whiskey Oscar Juliet. Man, beautiful audio, nice, clean, crisp. Roger?
Oh, Roger, thank you. Same on your end. You sound great. Sound like you're at my check. We're ready to have a cold one, over.
Yeah, man, I thought you were sitting next to me there. I thought the door come open and you walked in. Is that you running that hex beam there out of Virginia, Roy? Roger?
Roger. I got the 6-band hex beam, and I'm running the FTDX10 with the ACOM 1010, running about 400 watts. Over.
Hey, Roger that. Well, I'm running the 710, the FT710, barefooted on 100 watts. I bet we could do some QRP.
Oh yeah, I'm sure we did. I was working a Canadian station a couple weeks ago. Stanley Island, maybe you worked it before. And his name is Stanley, by the way. And he said, how much pie you running? I told him. He said, well, knock it down to 100. I said, he said, well, yeah, 5 nuts. He said, knock it down to 5 once and see what we got. And he goes, you 5-9. I couldn't believe it, over.
Yeah, roger that. I love working QRP. So that's straight up from 100-watt settings to a 5-watt setting. How copy?
Yeah, I still got you. Is his name Rich there, over?
Yeah, roger that. Richie, Rich, Richard, it don't matter. Just don't call me late for dinner. And I got you streaming live on YouTube. I see this is the first contact for us, and good to get you in the log, my friend. You need to check it out, and you'll hear what that audio sounds like, man. It is absolutely amazing. Now, I'm running a stock hand mic with the 710. What mic you running, over?
Rich, I'm running the Heil Pro Micro. It's a small headset, but it's got the normal microphone extension on it, and it's engineered for the Yaesu radios, over.
Gotcha there, man. Well, it's definitely doing a good trick for you, sounding good.
Okay, great, and so are you. I can't believe you're running 100 watts. Where are you, in Oklahoma, over?
Yeah, roger, central Oklahoma. I'm about an hour east of Oklahoma City, over.
Oh, roger that. Well, I got my hex pin pretty much pointed at you, so that helps too. We're right here in Virginia on the Chesapeake Bay, That's called the northern neck of Virginia. It's where all the rivers meet and feed into the Chesapeake Bay, the Potomac, the Rappahannock, the York, the James. And so it's called the Northern Neck. It's a small town, but peaceful, quiet, and enjoying retirement and ham radio, over.
Hey, man, ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm hoping one day to get to do that myself. Now, I'm a transplant. I'm originally from South Alabama, called it L.A., Lower Alabama, small barrier island just south of Mobile called Dauphin Island. Now, I'm calling it Dauphin Island. It's really pronounced Dauphine, but I'm a southern boy, so I'm going to call it Dauphin Island, Roger.
Roger that. I understand. Originally, I'm from Massachusetts, and I left during the Vietnam War. I went to service, and really, I go back for funerals and weddings. That's about it. I spent about 12 years overseas, and got back in '87, and have been located in Virginia ever since 1987, over.
Hey, roger that. Well, appreciate your service there. Yeah, for sure. Well, I wasn't born, or I wasn't hatched. Actually, my dad always said that I wasn't born, that he found me under a log on Sand Island, Roger.
Yeah, I've heard those things too, especially when they get upset with you, over.
Oh yeah, threatened to take me back. He said I was covered up from the seagulls doing their business on me, over.
Yeah, that's a good one. Well, yeah, so that's good. That's good family stuff. My dad was a corrections officer for 33 years, and he worked a lot. So my mom pretty much raised the 3 boys, and I can remember my mom. She never said, "Wait until your father gets home." Never. The bigger we got, the bigger the implement she used to smack us with, over.
Yeah, roger that. I'm with you. And you probably didn't want her to say, you didn't want to face him when he got home, I'm sure.
No, that would not have been good. I think that's one of the reasons she just took care of it herself. I remember one time my middle brother, unfortunately, he passed away, but he never thought before opening his mouth. And he back-talked to my mother one day, and she smacked him with a big-ass wooden spoon. and the idiot goes, "Well, that didn't hurt." So she got something bigger than a
You know, I really wish they'd bring a lot of that back. Now I got 7 kids, and they all really good. I don't know. The wife had to have done it. It ain't no way it come from me. But anyway, I remember being a little kid, and me and my cousin was over at our grandparents, and they always had this old dish rag. This old dish rag, and it was, you know, it would always get changed out. But man, that was the nastiest dish rag sitting right there by the sink. And my grandfather was paralyzed from a stroke, and on one side, and me and my cousin Curtis Lynn, he was sitting across from me, blowing bubbles in his milk, and Papa told him to stop. And he looked over there at me, and he started blowing bubbles again. And the next thing you know, that old crusty rag come flying across the side of his face. Hey, wasn't neither one of us blowing bubbles after that.
Yeah, that'll do it. We need a little bit more of that from from the parenting these days. But I guess these days, if you do that, they'll call the police on you.
Oh yeah. But you know what, man? I appreciate every whooping I got. It taught me the right thing to do, and I believe the same thing with that dish rag. It might have hurt. It hurt his feelings, his pride more than anything.
Yeah, you're exactly right. A little smack on the hand, you know, when they're young, or one on the butt, whatever. I mean, it gets their attention real quick.
Oh yeah, and like I say, I don't think I've blown bubbles in my milk since.
Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it.
All right, Roy. Well, hey, I appreciate you coming in there, bud. It's really been good talking to you. I'm hoping you got a good email in QRZ. If so, I'll get a QSL card sent to you. Over.
Oh yeah, I'm good on QRZ. I'm good. Good to go. So yeah, it's been fantastic talking to you, Rich. How old are you, by the way?
I turned 51 the 28th of this month. Over.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah. No, I just turned 73 in April. So. Knock on wood, I'm healthy, doing good, enjoying the grandkids, and enjoying life. And you know what the good saying is, living the dream. Over.
Hey, Roger that. I ain't got no grandkids yet. My oldest, I got 7. I got 3 sets of twins, and my oldest, they're in college, and my middle single girl, she's finishing her high school up at the same college, and the wife homeschooled them all. And then I got 2 16-year-olds and a 10-year-old, and or 2 16-year-olds and 2 10-year-olds. I'll get it right here in a minute. Now I don't even remember where I was going with this, but yeah, I wished I remember what I was going to tell you. But yeah, that's something else. I'm glad to hear you doing well. We just had a guy at one of the local clubs become a silent key, and I hadn't known him for all that long, but the little bit I did. Man, he was really amazing, really something else there. Over.
Yeah, Roger, I understand that. I just relocated here 3 years ago from about 120 miles northwest of here, and I was in a really good ham club up there. And unfortunately, I think we lost it. At least 3 of them went silent. So. It's rough because they're you know, as hams, we all got something in common, right? And it's just a fantastic hobby, and how would I have ever met you, Rich, without ham radio? I never would have. So it's just a fantastic hobby, and kudos on you for all those kids. I'll tell you that. Yeah, I got one each. I got a boy and a girl, and that was it. I got 3 granddaughters and a grandson, so I'm enjoying it all.
Hey, Roger that. And now I remember where I was going. I don't have any grandkids, but that's why I do this live stream and stuff. I think one day they'll have something to laugh at. Over.
Yeah. Well, you know, yeah. With all the modern technology these days, I'm sorry, I'm holding you up here. With all the modern technology here, cell phones and the internet and, video conferencing and all this stuff. You know, you tell somebody you're a ham radio operator and they go, what? They
Yeah.
still do that? And, you know, they just don't get it, over.
No, they definitely don't. I try to get, you know, some of my kids in it, and they, you know, they don't get it. I'm hoping one day, I picked up a CB from a GMRS guy yesterday and made a repair to it and got it on the air. I got to get an antenna. But my oldest son was thinking, I really want to play CB, and you know, that's like a gateway drug to ham radio. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes, and try to get him a little station built up. Man, I didn't have all this whenever I was his age. If I'd have had all this that I've got sitting on the shelf here, oh man, I would have been a ham way back when, over.
Yeah, I agree. My mom and dad were, you know, paycheck to paycheck. There was 3 boys, and there was no extra, you know. There was no extra. So I lived out in the country in Massachusetts. I mean, I'm talking country. And there were no jobs. But there was a gentleman up the road who raised chickens, and I'm talking broilers, chickens to be broilers. And so he had a double-decker, a hen house, and he had 2 single-deckers. And I'm talking a lot of chickens. And the funny thing about it is they go from a chick to a broiler in 8 weeks, because a chicken will eat 24/7, 365 as long as they get food, water, and light. And that's what they do to them. They kind of, I won't say force feed them, but they allow them to eat 24/7. So in 8 weeks they turn into broilers. Well, guess who cleaned out that 8 weeks of chicken poop?
Oh yeah, it made a good job for you, I'm sure. Well, my dad opened up. He was a captain for Diamond M for years, and I don't know, it was early '80s, I guess. He wanted to open his own business. He built a bait shop there on the island, and never let up until probably 10-15 years ago. I think he found my name, but probably about 6 years ago he sold it. And so it was always working on the boat, and that's how I got started with CB. Was an old boat that he bought, had a CB in it, and that's kind of because we didn't have enough money for VHF, over.
Yeah, you're right. It was scarce back then. That's how I got started in it. My Boy Scout troop got into walkie-talkies. You know, each patrol had a walkie-talkie, and when we went on, you know, camping trips or whatever, we could keep contact. And I finally bought a CB base station, and then being a Boy Scout, I knew Morse code. You had to know Morse code to get your first class badge for Boy Scout. So I had learned Morse code. And what I did was I bought a shortwave radio, and I just started listening to the ham bands and started copying code, and that's where it all went from there. Back in 1969, I got my novice license, and I really loved it, over.
That's one thing I want to learn, and I kind of set my mind to it and was really working on it, and then I stopped, and I joined that Long Island CW club, and that was really nice. And I've kind of let it go, and I really need to get back after it. Matter of fact, a buddy of mine out of Canada, we met on the radio, and we stay in touch a lot. And I seen that he popped up. He got spotted for doing CW, and I know he's been working on it for a while. That's the first time I've seen him doing CW. I'm gonna have to drop down and have a recorder or something where I can try to figure out what he's saying, over.
Yeah, it's a great part of the hobby. It really is. When they. I was a ham back in the day, and I went to the military, and then I went with the CIA, and then I went back as a contractor, and yada. So I really didn't have time for it. And then I retired. My wife goes, well, what are you going to do all day? I said, I don't know. She goes, why don't you go get your ham license? Because she had seen a picture of me at my novice station back in 1969. And I said, well, I don't know. Let me look into it. So I did. And right now, I think she's kicking herself in the butt, over.
Yeah, Roger that. I know what you're saying. I was telling somebody that a while ago. I've really taken a liking to making my own antennas, and the guy was telling me he had antennas all over his house, and I was like, shoot, I've got some hanging off the banister in the living room. I got 3 of them. I got a ground plane and 2 J-poles in there that I'm trying out. Over.
Yeah, roger that. Again, that's another great part of the hobby is engineering your own antennas. You know, you can save a lot of money and again learn something. You know, learn more about the HF spectrum and whatnot. So it's just a fantastic hobby. And you know, yeah, I just like to see younger. I just talked to a ham in Florida, 12 years old, extra class license. Over.
Yeah, Roger, you talked to Otis. I keep up with him. Have you ever checked in with the guys that do the QRP net on Sundays?
No, I have not. Saturday I check into the Coast Guard net, and they're out there, net controls out in Texas, and I check in with the Band of Brothers net at least once a week. But that's about it. Over.
Yeah, Roger, I hadn't checked in with Band of Brothers in a while, and I need to have my rear end kicked. That and the rare ones out of New Orleans, I used to check in with him. But anyway, I met Otis on the QRP net. There's 2 guys, and I seen them in the live chat a while ago. Don't neither one of them have radios going. One of them's got Storms up in Iowa, and the other one's over in South Carolina. But anyway, they just see how low you can go. And with me having this Yaesu, I can only get to 5 watts. I need to build me an attenuator because I want to get down in the milliwatts. There's a lot of people that's taking and getting way down there. But you ought to check in with them. That's where I met Otis at. And I saw his live feed pop up, and I run down there and I give him a holler. And then about the time he was wrapping up, I guess, he come over and give me a holler. I thought that was pretty neat. And that is amazing. 12 years old and got his extra. Over.
Yeah, it is. It's absolutely amazing. I couldn't believe it. I could tell by his voice he was young when I talked to him, but I didn't think he was that young. And kudos on him. Kudos on him. I didn't get a chance. He was trying to do, you know, like a lot of guys do. He's just trying to work a bunch of stations, and I didn't really get to talk to him too much. But I was kind of curious as to how he got interested in ham radio. Over.
Yeah, I don't know. I heard him talking to somebody tonight about some antennas him and his grandfather built, and so I'm thinking that that's probably what got him into it. But I don't know. There's a young ham lives close to me. I've never met him. I met him on a repeater. And we actually worked Simplex a couple of times, but I hadn't heard him in a while, so I don't know what's going on with him.
Yeah, roger that. Yeah, that was Otis is the youngest one I've ever met up with. There was a 14-year-old in Belgium that I talked to, sideband and digital. And at the time, I think he was the youngest ham at Belgium. But I really love to see the younger kids get involved in it because, as you know, there's so many aspects to the hobby. You know, whether it's HF or a VHF or UHF, satellite, moonbound. I mean, television. There's just so many facets to it that can get somebody's interest if they have some kind of an interest in electronics. Over.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. There's just so many rabbit holes, as I like to call them, and I love running down them. And I don't know. I mean, it's a lifetime worth of rabbit holes. Over.
Yeah, exactly right. I just got me a DMR setup that I'm going to try and get going here with a hotspot. So I said, well, a couple of guys. I think they're on the Band of Brothers that said they were doing DMR and, you know, talking around the world, which I do anyways, but doing it via a different method. And so I'm working on that, and, you know, I do digital, I do sideband, I do CW, and I just kind of thought I'd add that to the package. Over.
Yeah, Roger that. I'm wanting to do the same. That buddy I I was telling you about out of Canada, Ernest, he does a Echo Link All Star. What it's all one digital net on Friday nights, and I'm bad about not checking in. I do when I think about it, and get on Echo Link. But I want to do the same thing, and I'm thinking I'm turning into a Yaesu guy, so I'm probably going to get into that C4 FM. Over.
Roger that. That's becoming pretty popular now. And I do love I love Yaesu radios. I got the 891 and the FTDX 10, and they're great radios. I got two ICOM 7300s and a Kenwood TS570D, which was my first HF rig. It still works fantastic. So yeah, I mean, I just love the hobby, and every time I put up a new antenna, my wife gives me a dirty look, but hey, she gets over it.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Oh golly, yeah, I've got a Kenwood. I got a Kenwood TS820 sitting on the desk right here with me. A couple little dual banders. I got this 710, and I got an old Kenwood up there that I got from one of my Elmers that it doesn't even do tones. It's an old one. It don't even. It's got DTMF, but it doesn't do any CTS tones. And so yeah, I'm right there with you. But I got my eyeball. I think I'm gonna get that 991 for portable. I know it's heavier. I love working my 710, but I really want to get into sideband on 2 meters. I want to try that. So I think the 991 is going to be the next radio. Over.
Roger that. Jack in a box. Yep. Thank you. Great radio from what I hear. And yeah, so there's another thing to do. I mean, it just never ends with the hockey. So yeah, it's all good. Over.
Yep. Roger that. Well, Bud, look, I'm gonna break with you. I guess I've definitely enjoyed it. And we're going to have to do this again one time. I'll be listening out for you. As a matter of fact, I'll probably put you on the spot. So if you ever get spotted, I'll know where you're at and come find you. Over.
Roger that, Rich. Sounds good. Yeah, I really enjoyed the conversation. Not only ham radio, but I think we got a lot of other things in common there. So it's been great talking to you. Sorry to tie you up for so long. The pleasure's been all mine, and as you can probably tell, I enjoy rank shoes, so what can I tell you? So anyways, Rich, thank you so much for the QSO, the contact. Excellent meeting you, and we'll say God bless 73s, and we'll see you down the line.
Yeah, buddy. Hey, don't worry about the rag chew. I'm right there with you. And I typically tend to do that every now and again, even when I'm doing, the live stream. There's times I like to just, let's exchange signal reports and go on, but there's times that you just strike up a conversation. But yeah, great hearing you, bud. Good to get you in a log. 7-3s, God bless you and the family. Until next time from KJ5 GBQ.
73.
Alright, this is KJ5 GBQ, the Raw Ham calling CQ, anybody, anywhere.
Hey, KJ5 GBQ, November 2, Sierra, India, Quebec.
November 2, Sierra, India, Quebec, QSL?
QSL, yes, the name here is Tony, and I'm in Southeast Florida.
Hey, roger that, Tony. You got a good, nice, beautiful signal up here in Oklahoma tonight.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're doing good over here. It's bouncing between a 5.7 to a 5.9, but nice audio. What radio are you running here?
I'm running the FT710 barefoot 100 watts on a homebrew fan dipole with the apex at about 50 feet. And yeah, you kind of drop down when you come back to me. Originally a 5.9, dropped to a 5.7. And then started climbing back up. I'm gonna give you a 5.9 there, Roger.
Oh, okay, cool, thank you. Yeah, well, I'm in an HOA over here, so I kind of like a handicap antenna. I got an amped in the backyard that's on the left side of the back of the property, a few feet off, about 6 feet off the ground or so, and on the right-hand side of the property, I got just a fiberglass pole where the wire goes up to. So it's not really an optimal antenna. It kind of it works, but I try to get out. Radio here is a 590, but I'll tell you that Yaesu sounds really good.
Well, I got in there and played around with the parametric settings, the EQ settings. I'm just running a stock hand mic. But I always get great audio reports. I love this radio, man. I cannot say enough about it. From the screen to the external display to the ease of use. I was almost worried about it and almost went with the 7300 because everybody gives the Yaesu such a bad name for their menus. But man, it's not that bad. I mean, to me, it's kind of like an Apple and an Android. You get with one that you like and you stick with it. Over.
Well, it's funny you say that about the 7300. I got a buddy of mine that has 3 7300s. One as his spare, one as his portable radio when he went to do parts on the air photo. And he picks up a Yaesu 710, and he likes that much better now than the 7300. He's actually selling one of these 7300s.
Yeah, I can believe it. A guy I met right after I got my ticket, he was big ICOM guy, really big ICOM guy, and we was talking, and he's like, yeah, you need to, this, you need that, you need this, how everybody does. And right before I bought this radio, I had a 757 GX2, but I lost the finals. I still got the radio, and if I could ever find a set of finals, I want to get that rig back on the air. But anyway, his daughter, and I think she's like 13, 14, won DX, what is that, the 101, I think? DX10, yeah, I think it was a DX10. She won one at a Hamfest last year, and he got to playing with it, and he's like, man, you need to get you that DX10 or at least the 710. And I mean, he just like totally flipped a switch, and he's like, man, you can't beat that Yaesu for its audio.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people have told me. The receiver is much, much better on the Yaesu. I'm using an old Kenwood over here, but it's been reliable to me so far. I'm using an old Kenwood TS590 right in front of me, and I've had it, it's got to be about 6, maybe 7 years. But yeah, I've been eyeing the FTDX10. But the prices really don't go down too much. Maybe now, ICOM is coming out with the 7300 Mark II. So maybe with ICOM coming out with the 7300 Mark II, maybe the Yaesu will go down in price and I can get it a little lower. Because I think that the 10 it's like around 1600, and when I see it on sale, they only take like $100 off or something like that.
Yeah, I think that's on that DX10. The 710 is around, with the AESS, is right around 1,000, 1,100, I think. I seen one the other day on DX. I think that's what it was. And if you get the one without that external speaker, it's 800 to 900, something like that. I absolutely love it. I can't say enough about it. That's why I was kind of torn thinking about getting another one of these for portable, kind of like your buddy. And I got buddies that's got the 7300, but yeah, I love this Yaesu. I can't say enough for it. And I'm hoping that if I do go with that 991, that it's going to have the same results. Over.
Well, yeah, I think they have the same receiver, but one thing I really like about that radio is that it has a video out, so you can take your little CAN adapter and everything that's on your screen on the radio and put it up on a monitor outside.
Yeah, and I think that's the big thing for that new Mark II 7300 is so that they can have that external display. I love mine. To my old eyes, it sure does help. Being able to look at it and really, when you're trying to find that weak signal and get right on it,
Oh yeah, I have something similar here. This Kenwood has what's called antenna monitor port. So basically, when the signal comes in from the antenna, it also has a port going out that you can take your signal and your IF, your antenna signal, and flip it around and put it to the outside. I have a little what's called an SDR play, a little external pan adapter, and with that pan adapter and this software called SDR Play, I have a big screen that tells me the entire thing. It's an inexpensive way to take an old analog radio like this one, the 590, and put a pan adapter on it.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. I hadn't fired this thing up in a while. I got it. Ham gave it to me. I took down a tower. He was worried that he was one day going to leave it all for his kids to have to clean up, and he wanted to take his tower down. And anyway, I was like, yeah, I'll come get it. And he wound up, he gave me a Kenwood TS820S, and I played with it a couple of times. And really, I enjoy the audio. I think I'm having some mic trouble with it though, and that's why I hadn't really played with it in a little while. And old 710 sits there and looks lonely at me, when I'm playing with the other one. I feel like I'm cheating on it. Over.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, the Kenwood 820 in its time was a heck of a radio. I'm looking at a picture of one now, and yeah, in its time, that if you had that radio, it was like the cat's meow, And actually, I'm looking on eBay right now. It's selling for $400 on eBay.
Yeah, I've thought about trying to sell it and turn it into something else, but at the same time, I'm not one to want to let go of anything,
Well, yeah, that's my problem. That my wife says I have the same problem as you have. Sometimes I pick something up and I say to myself, if I get rid of it, I'm going to make a few bucks. But then I just got rid of something that's really nice, and I hold on to stuff. Like I have an old Collins amplifier over here, a 30L1, which is on 220 it does 1,000 watts. On 110 it's like 700-800 watts. And I run it conservatively here in the house because I only have a 15 amp breaker feeding this room. The room that's my hand shack, so I can't crank it up all the way or I'll trip the breaker. But I've been thinking many times to sell it, but then I say, if I sell it, this thing is like in mint condition. Where am I going to find another one if I ever need a backup amplifier?
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I wouldn't get rid of it either. Now, I don't know if my eyes is deceiving me or what, but is that a GX2 behind that stand-up microphone there on your desk?
Hold on a second. I forgot what. The picture on QRZ is not mine for now. The picture I have in there is from when I was living in Jersey before I moved here. But you know what? Let me pull it up. I'll tell you what. Let me see what microphone I did.
I got you there. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go to the page. It's just a pop-up of that corner picture, but it's not big enough for me to be able to see it with my eyes. Over.
Yeah, the microphone in the middle, it's got a little history to it. It's an old D104 that I bought in the 70s when I was into CB. There was a place called Capital Electronics, and they had a closeout sale on a Silver Eagle D104 with a black bass. And I think from what I remember reading back then, they only made a few of these. I don't know if it was 100, 200, or whatever. So I picked it up because it was different. It was a Silver Eagle, complete everything, except that the bottom base was black. Now I have two Silver Eagles. I have the full Silver Eagle, and I still have that microphone. And that's actually what you see in there. I bought that sucker back in the 70s. I think 77, 78, something like that.
Well, in the late 80s, you're going to laugh at this, but I thought that was a D104. I had one of those sitting on a dash in my Ford pickup for my CB. And I'd reach up there and grab it, and I'd say break, and they'd hear me in 3 states. Over.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. I never heard of anybody having one of those in the car. I know that there was a handheld version of it. They called it a handheld D104. It was like all silver, like a little squarish. But that's pretty cool. You must have had a big ass truck there.
I had it was early 80s F-150, but I wouldn't use that one going down the road. But I lived on that island, and I'd get down there on the east end, and I had a hunk of aluminum that I'd throw off in that salt water that was grounded to my truck. And I had just an 8-foot stainless whip with I had a Cobra 29 LTD Classic going into a Texas Star Modulator V that pushed a Gray 300. And man, I'm gonna tell you what, that was a talking rig. It was something else, loud as all get out. Over.
Oh yeah, with a Cobra 29, if you tuned it up properly, that was a nice radio. I had those, and I also had the Cobra 148, which I still have somewhere in a box. I have both the 29, the 148, and I also have another one that's an oldie one, even older than that. It's a Cobra 132 XLR.
Mercy sakes, I picked up a 25 LTD yesterday. Somebody had reverse polarity on it, and I got to get a diode for it, but I just cut the diode for now to see if it would work. And sure enough, man, that thing gets on the air. It hadn't been tuned or anything, so I'm planning on turning it up, and just to have something to play with. Over.
Yeah, what I used to do back then, I don't know if, I'm sure you'll probably get the finals for it. I used to buy what's called the MRF 477. Michael Romeo Fox MRF 477. They were Motorola finals, and I would put them into that radio. You would have to lift the 2 legs up because it wasn't PNT, it was NPN. So you would have to do little jumper wires. But with that little microphone, with that little final, the MRF 477, what I did is I tweaked the radio to like 5 watts, but I cranked up all the audio, and when I finished tuning it up, on AM, that thing keyed up like 4 or 5 watts, but it swung like up to 20.
Oh yeah, I can believe what you're saying there. I want to say that 29 would swing up to like 15.
Yeah, well, if you put those finals in there, I don't know if it'll swing up to 15 by itself with the existing finals. You might be able to get it to do 10, 12, maybe. But with this thing, I had it doing 20 something easy.
Oh, that's something to check out. I keep looking up at that 757, that box up on the shelf, and man, I want to get that thing. I'd love to get it back on the air. I had I'd passed my technician, and I met a ham on a repeater, and we was talking about, you know, what I was talking about what rig I was wanting to get, you know, shopping around looking, and he said, well, I'll tell you what, I'll make you a deal on when you pass your test. And I said, yeah, what you got, you know, and he told me, and I didn't know the radio. I looked it up, and anyway, met him, and was going to go look at it and see, you know, how much he wanted for it, and he wound up, he'd give it to me, and he said that Ham actually did the same and give it to him, and that's why he wanted to pass it on along. And man, I was sick. Something happened with my tuner, and that's what took it out. Over.
Yep, exactly. Well, actually, that's a pretty neat story. I got a good one for you too. The way that I got into CB back then, years ago, my dad was a radio and TV technician, and one time he fixed a TV for somebody, and the guy didn't have enough money to pay him. So the guy paid him part of the money, and then part, you know, he gave him a CB. And my dad is like, I don't know, I'm not going to play with this. He gave it to me. And that's it. After I set that sucker up and started talking to people, and, you know, the rest was history.
Oh yeah, that was the gateway drug in the ham, I believe. And then nowadays it looks like most people's using that GMRS for that. Over.
GMRS is no fun. Number one, you have to pay for it. And number two, there's so much craziness going on over there. It's not the same as CB. FM is, I don't think ever FM will replace CB. The audio quality, the swing in the audio, it's just a whole different setup. It's not for me.
Yeah, I agree with you. I got all excited. The only reason why I got into it was because all these guys was linking them, internet linking all these repeaters. And then I was devastated when the FCC shut that down. Because, you got, like us, we can talk to one another, but you got so many family members that don't want to get their ticket, but yet they can have a GMRS, and I would have been able to use like an All-Star node to remote in, and they had a string of repeaters from Florida to Louisiana, all through the Gulf Coast, and I would have been able to talk to several family members,
Yeah. I don't think that's happening anymore, unfortunately. But you know what? I joined GMRS when I was north in Jersey, and I went on this GMRS repeater, and it was so disgusting. It was actually worse than the bad side of CB, as I call it. So I left there and I never went back.
Oh, I hadn't run into anything like that. The ones local here that I've been on, they treat them just as if they were ham repeaters. So yeah, it's been pretty good for me. And really, I just got it. I got the license whenever I was studying for my ham. I just wanted to play some radio. Over.
Yeah, well, actually, I was into CB for many years, and then one time I was working at this data center, and at night, there was one time I was working the second shift, and it was like real slow. So at times I would bring in a little scanner, and I would listen to the cops going on, what's going on in the area and stuff. And what I would do is, instead of putting a whole bunch of frequency, I would just scan it and the range. And one day, accidentally, instead of putting 450 to 470, I put 440 to 470 on the scanner. And then I had these guys talking, and they were talking about all this radio stuff, about this going to Hamfest and so on. So one guy gave the other guy his number. Okay, call me when you get there. I'll meet you in the parking lot. And I thought it was so psyched. It was so cool, all the radio stuff they were talking. So I called the guy after they got off the radio, and I'm like, I got your number from the radio. Sorry, I don't mean to intrude or anything, but what you guys were talking about, it was pretty neat. What is that? And he goes to me, oh, that's ham radio. And I'm like, oh, shoot. So I had heard about it, but I've never really talked to anybody. And then after that, I went to a Hamfest, the one that they were going to, which was like a week later. And I bought my first HT there before taking my test. I bought the HT and the book, the technician book, no code. And then I started, and I got my technician. And when I got my license, I had my HT already in my hand.
Yep, I know what you're saying. That's kind of the way I did it. I'd had an opportunity. A friend of mine tried to get me in back in the 90s, and I was still wrapped up in CBs. And I was like, no, I got too much money tied up in all this as it is. And so I didn't get in. And then when we moved out here in 18, I've always been fascinated with weather. And, we always had hurricanes down south. We got tornadoes here. And I got into, following a lot of the storm chasers. And I was like, I'm going to take some classes on that, and I did. And then after I passed, I've seen everybody with call signs, and I was like, well, I may as well go that route too, and here I am.
There you go. Yeah. It's been quite a long ride, but it's been fun. I'm just hoping for the next Hamfest. There's another Hamfest coming up in about three weeks or so, which is up in Melbourne, Florida. So I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah, Roger that. How do you say your name there? Is that I don't want to butcher it. Over.
Okay, it's Othoniel. Othoniel. It's from the Bible. In the Bible, it's there without the H, if I remember right. But it's Othoniel, yes.
Got you there. All right, Othoniel. I hope I said that right. I see my wife and some of the kids just come in, so I want to go ahead and break with you. I have enjoyed the QSO for sure, and I've been streaming us live on YouTube the whole time. If you check it out, you'll hear what you sound like on my end with that rig. And anyway, it's great to get you in a log for the first time, man. Meet you tonight out of Florida, and hopefully we get to do it again another day. Over.
Yeah, sounds good. I'll keep you in mind. I don't normally come up here on 20 because 20's been kind of dead. But now it's been, a little active here and there. But, you're actually leaving at a good time because I think the band is stretching out. And you originally started with a 9. You're down to like between a 3 and a 5 over here. So the band is changing.
Yeah, it's definitely, like you say, it looks like it's going along. I've been watching it on VoaCap all evening, and the green is just getting bigger and bigger. But I appreciate you coming in there, and hopefully you got a good email in QRZ. I'll shoot you a card. Over.
Yeah. It's my call sign at ARRL. It'll come to me.
Okay, bud. Well, you take it easy, and 7-3, and maybe we get to do it again one night. Ciao, ciao, my friend, from KJ5 GVQ.
I hope to catch you another log, as they say. And to SIQ from the Southeast Florida.
Alright, this is KJ5 GVQ. I'm going to go ahead and sign off for tonight. 7-3.